boy Carcino. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting the Patreon. We're on the 1 year anniversary for having the Patreon for 1 year. We've done a tremendous job. Um, all the support you guys have been giving to the Patreon has been just something epic. And we're going to keep going, giving you more because there's a lot more to give you. Oh, yeah. So thank you again for making the Carcino for Life Patreon what it is. And now we move forward. Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. Let me tell you guys something. Kyrie Irving is his own man. Some people might say he's confused. Oh, this guy's confused. You go, oh, okay. He's confused. All right. Some people might say Kyrie Irving is just, you know, average basketball player. Then you might get some that say, oh, Kyrie Irving, he's just not good enough. What is he not good enough for? Kyrie Irving's injury prone. Kyrie's not a leader. Kyrie Irving this. It's always in a negative. But this did not happen until he left the Cleveland Cavaliers. But it was okay if LeBron was to trade him away. That was the narrative. But here's the thing. But if he leaves on his own, we gotta hate Kyrie now. Sorry, it's just the way the rules are. Now, knowing this, I decided that I was gonna speak out. Because normally I wouldn't speak out about it. But here's the thing. If Kyrie Irving is to win an NBA championship, does it hurt LeBron's legacy? If he's to win a championship without LeBron James, what would that do for the legacy? Now, Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, to me, are a better team. Brooklyn is the better story. The league want their Giannis and LeBron passing of the torch. This is the way they staged it. But what they didn't stage was James Harden, Kyrie, Kevin Durant. They didn't stage that. And as much as the story they love, the Lakers in Brooklyn would be the teacher versus the pupil, where Kyrie was like, he was never my pupil. I was never his pupil. I didn't. Sorry, I can't deal with this propaganda. So Ty Lue even couldn't coach Kyrie anymore, or was having difficulty because in the locker room they went over what was so and so's job and what was this person's job to do. So they went over that. And on the court, I remember Ty Lue saying, Kyrie, hey, you gotta tell him, you gotta do. He said, ain't that his job? Ain't that 23's job? And Ty Lue just looked at him like in disgust, like, you don't get it, do you? And he didn't. He's just like, I don't want any parts of it. You see, this is what other people don't seem to understand. When people say, stay out of my wheelhouse or anything, like, stay out of my stuff. This is what they mean. This is what they talk about. This is what the whole situation is. Like, they don't get it. Kyrie wants it to be his own player. He doesn't want his destiny defined by what LeBron James do. And the rest of you guys just think that Kyrie is a minion or something. He's not his minion. He was already an all-star before he met LeBron James. What do you need him for? But what effect would this have on LeBron's legacy if this team was to win an NBA championship? Because you couldn't hate on it. See, that's the thing. You couldn't hate on it. Why? Because your hero at 24 years of age decided to take his talents to South Beach and join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and make a super team in which they went to 4 NBA finals in a row, winning 2. So it destroyed the fabric of the game. Kobe didn't like it. I didn't like it. Other veterans in the NBA didn't like it because now if LeBron can do that, everybody else is going to do it. Now you can't talk about it now. He started it. So here we go. I'm gonna kick my heels up and laugh. My villainous laugh because I hope Brooklyn beats them. I hope everybody beats them because now you can see Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, everybody can team up and get a go on a team to try to beat the corruption that's been happening for years with him. So we know they're going to drag him to the NBA Finals. We already know the Western Conference Finals is going to end up the Clippers versus the Lakers. That's what they staged. The Eastern Conference Finals is going to be Brooklyn versus the Milwaukee Bucks. That's what they staged. And the league wants these two matchups to be because this is what's going to be entertaining to the general public. Highest ratings. You're into ratings now. People are going to say, what about Boston? What about Boston? They might play better basketball. They might have the best young talent in the league, but they don't have that to get them over the top, to get them to the NBA finals. They don't possess that umph. They haven't figured that out. And because they haven't figured that out, they're in the funk they're in now. So even though the LeBron and Giannis theory is still out there, let's see what happens with the Brooklyn. LeBron won his first NBA championship against whom? Kevin Durant and James Harden. And they're going to stick this bomb in there to go up against him. But if Kyrie beats him, he couldn't live that down. That's worse than losing to Steph Curry. That's worse than losing to anybody else. And he knows that. He cannot lose to Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie wins an NBA championship and defeats him to do it, his legacy is over. His false legacy, all that stuff's over. He knows it. He wouldn't be able to sleep at night because he's done. He's done. If that happens, you can just wash it up. He's done. He might as well retire right then and there on the spot because he knows he can never live that down. It's over. What's messed up is Kyrie gonna thank him too. Thanks, Bron, for your inspiration and being there, man. Oh man. And then gonna sit there and get mad at Kyrie sipping liquor on a couch, talking about when I saw that when he said he finally gets to play with a closer. I'm like, I was a little hurt. Like, damn, you're not a closer. Kevin Durant just showed you what a closer do. Close out a game. You showed what you do. You jacked the game. So let's just keep that in perspective. So anyhow, I'm out. I don't want to make this a long video, so I just wanted to make it right, quick, direct to the point. So I'm out of here. I'll holler at you.